9 years ago, Ruth and Ken Altshuler established the Callier Care Fund to ensure that patients with limited financial resources could receive treatment. For those of us who know Ruth and Ken, we understand that such an act of kindness is not out of the ordinary for this phenomenal couple. To honor Ruth and Ken for their legacy of care, the Callier Center and the Board of Trustees created the Ruth and Ken Altshuler Callier Care Award. This special award is given annually to an individual or group of individuals who has contributed significantly to the betterment of our community and in advancing the care of patients with communication disorders. As such, it's only fitting that Mike McCullough was selected to receive this year's Ruth and Ken Altshuler Callier Care Award. Since its inception, Mike has been involved with Callier. As a matter of fact, right out of the University of Texas Austin Law School in 1963, Mike joined Thompson Knight, working with Saul Goodell, and began legal work for the Callier Hearing and Speech Center, as it was called at that time. He then went on in 1968 to prepare the documents for the establishment of and construction of the Callier Care location in Dallas. And then in 1975, when Callier became part of UT Dallas, Mike prepared the transfer documents. He was also instrumental in getting an IRS ruling that created the foundation for the Callier Center, whose Board of Trustees continue to serve as advisors, ambassadors, and advocates of the center. Mike became a member of the foundation board in 1967 and served as president from 2003 to 2004. Since that time, he has continued to hold the role of counsel position of the board, on which we call on him frequently, and has helped raise significant funds to the Callier Care mission. So as you can see, Mike's legacy is woven in the fabric of Callier's history. It's a legacy of determination, compassion, and generosity. Callier's indebtedness to Mike is multiplied throughout this community, with his involvements too numerous to mention, but including the Salesmanship Club, Board of Regents of TWU, the Salvation Army, and the Meadows Foundation. Dr. Ken Altshuler expressed it perfectly when he said, Mike McCullough is widely known and respected as one of the most outstanding lawyers in Dallas. He has quietly and freely given untold hours of his time to aid Callier. He further stated that he and Ruth are delighted to see Mike selected to receive the award, as no one else could merit it more. It's my great privilege to invite Ruth and Ken Altshuler to join me in presenting the 2015 Ruth and Ken Altshuler Callier Care Award to Mr. Mike McCullough. I want you to break it, not I. Get up here if you can, Mike.
Oh man, I'm lucky to get up these. Wait a minute. This handsome couple.
Mike, thank you for the immeasurable contributions you've made to Callier and this community. We are all deeply grateful.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Well, you'll have to forgive me. I'm going to have to get my glasses out. Dean Moore, thank you for those most generous remarks. And I want to thank Rodney Shell, our favorite minister, for that good old Baptist prayer. Now, I'm so happy to be here today. Last about a year ago, I found my tap dance shoes from when I was growing up, and so I tap danced for the grandchildren. And I told Sharon I was going to do it again right here on the stage because I'm so happy, and she hid my shoes. I'm honored to be the recipient of the Ruth and Ken Altshuler Callier Care Award, and I accept with much gratitude. The Altshulers' names are the hallmark of philanthropy and leadership, and I think you would all agree that Ruth always adds luster and good humor. Both she and her brilliant husband, Ken, are our beloved Dallas luminaries. Thank you, Ruth and Ken. I am so pleased to be included with the outstanding recipients of this award, which include the Altshulers, Tytsy Miller, Sarah Martineau. When asked by Sarah to join their ranks, I was honored indeed. Sarah is small in stature, but large in presence, and it's impossible to say no to her. Our luncheon chairman, the lovely Tiffany Davis, is well known for attention to detail. When called upon by President and Mrs. George W. Bush to go to Washington, D.C., she served as the senior gift officer and special assistant in the Office of Protocol. I'm especially thank Tiffany for this beautiful event, perfect in every way. Thank you. And with admiration, I want to recognize the amazing members of Crystal Charity and thank them for choosing Callier again this year. I want to recognize the 2015 chairman, the charming and dedicated Michael Powell. When I joined Thompson & Knight in 1963, and may I say, my children tell me that is last century. I was asked by a senior partner to assist him with work for Callier. Since that time, I've watched Callier thrive under outstanding leadership. Now the esteemed Dr. Tom Campbell and his fine staff have contributed greatly to the growth and reputation of Callier. Tom, thank y'all. On a personal note, years ago, I was visiting with a young man who had been one of the first recipients of a cochlear implant in Dallas, and I realized that the mission of Callier is one with eternal value. Here was a young child whose profound world of deafness was transformed and changed forever. Also, I want to thank our lovely Marilyn Auger, who has served with grace as our honorary chairman. Marilyn. And I want to recognize the Metis Foundation, led by Linda Evans, for their heartfelt generosity over the years to Callier. Thank you. My deep appreciation goes to my law firm, Thompson & Knight, where my partners have not only manifested legal brilliance, but have encouraged community service for over 127 years. Actually, I've not been around there that long yet. Many of them are here today, and I thank them for their support and friendship. Thank you. We're so very grateful, all of our fabulous friends and our loving extended family that are here today. And I want to recognize my Baylor beauty, Sharon. And our 4 wonderful children and spouses, who, by the way, are the parents of our 13 perfect grandchildren. I cherish this award, and I accept it on behalf of the courageous individuals and their caring families served by Callier. And I accept in the spirit of each of you here today who have worked beside us and whose examples of hearts to serve have made you honored civic leaders, volunteers, and donors. Your blessings, all of you, your blessings to all are enormous. Thank you very much.